Support for the Leadoff on WGLT and WGLT.org comes from the Central Illinois Regional Airport, where Florida beaches are one flight away. Featuring nonstop service on Allegiant Airlines to Tampa, St. Pete, and Orlando Sanford from Bloomington. Close, convenient, CIRA. More at CIRA.com.
Want to run for Bloomington mayor? Get in line. That's one of the things you need to know to start your day for Wednesday, July 17th. I'm Lauren Mordecai, and this is WGLT's The Leadoff. Let's lead off with a third candidate entering the race for mayor of Bloomington. WGLT's Charlie Schlenker has more.
6th Ward Council member Cody Hendricks made his announcement at the Electrical Workers Union Hall, flanked by other unions, council colleague Jenna Kearns, and several Democratic members of the McLean County Board.
As mayor, I will bring a fresh vision to Bloomington, one that emphasizes tangible results and meaningful progress. And I'm driven not for a career or for accolades, but from a strong desire to help my community, especially my neighbors, in our community that are often vulnerable and overlooked.
In his announcement, Hendricks used words like next generation and energetic. He says that does not necessarily mean he's trying to frame the race as youth versus age.
And so I don't want it to be something that I'm pitting one against the other. But what I often hear is that we want the next generation to step up. We want them to take on these leadership roles. We want them to be more active and engaged in the process. And so I'm trying to show that I'm ready to do that.
Hendricks joins incumbent Mayor Mboka Mwilambwe and former State Representative Dan Brady in the race. All three announced candidates have said they will bring stakeholders to the table for meaningful dialogue. Hendricks says in his experience on the council so far, he has not seen much of that collaboration, though it has ramped up under new city manager Jeff Juergens.
I think we need that from the mayor as well, right? I want to get on the calendars of Representative Chung monthly. I want to be on the calendar of Senator Kaler monthly. I want to be on the calendar of whoever the mayor of Normal is monthly.
Hendricks has championed the downtown streetscape plan, and he emphasizes the need to address the housing shortage. Hendricks is an educator. In addition to the Bloomington Council, he served previously on the Pekin City Council. If elected, Hendricks says he would be the first openly gay mayor of Bloomington. For the leadoff, I'm Charlie Schlenker.
Here are some other stories we're following in the WGLT newsroom. The city of Bloomington says it plans to displace about 40 unhoused people who have been living along Constitution Trail. A recent Supreme Court ruling allows cities to ban people from staying in public places. U.S. Senator Dick Durbin is calling on fellow Senator Robert Menendez to resign. The New Jersey Democrat was convicted yesterday on all 16 counts in a federal bribery trial. And the town of Normal has named Sonia Reese as its Citizen of the Year. Reese has worked in healthcare for over 40 years and served 6 terms on the Normal Town Council. You can find more on these stories at WGLT.org. A Republican delegate from Tazewell County says the Republican National Convention has energized Illinois Republicans beyond just support for Donald Trump. Diane Jordan tells WGLT's Eric Stock Trump's running mate choice, J.D. Vance, will attract the next generation of Republican voters.
The young people there's so many of them that are on the Trump train already, and I'm excited about that. That's what we're trying to get going here, in Tazewell County, is bring along this younger generation. My kids are just hitting their 30s, and they're the ones that are going to be the leaders of this country in the future. And they are getting excited, and they are understanding what needs to start happening. And I'm excited about that. And so not only does my generation, are they involved, but my mom in her 70s is involved. So now I have 3 generations of us that are wanting to be knowledgeable and wanting to be involved. And yeah, the younger generation, they're picking up steam. I'm excited about it.
One of the points of hesitation, it sounds like, from Republicans in Vance's selection at first was he had been one of the most outspoken Republicans against Trump when he first came onto the scene back about 7-8 years ago. Used some pretty strong language against him. What do you make of that transformation, and is that something that you can look back on now and be fine with?
Oh, I'm absolutely fine with that. I mean, that was 7 or 8 years ago. I look at my kids who, like I said, are hitting their 30s. 7 or 8 years ago, come on. They have totally different opinions of things now. They've matured, they've grown, they've learned things, they've made decisions that are different than what they would have made back then, absolutely. He can make changes. He's allowed to have his opinions 8 years ago, and they can be different 8 years from then. So I'm absolutely okay with that.
Mm-hmm. I know you've been a Trump supporter from the beginning. The head of the Illinois GOP, who had recently resigned, pointed to some power struggles within the party, and it seemed to be between the fiscally conservative sort of donor class and the Trump wing of the party, and Trump clearly has won that. Where does the party go from here after the 2022 election cycle that in Illinois did not go as well as Republicans had hoped?
Well, I think in Illinois, the Republicans, we're really working on that unity right now. We need to come together, and we all need to support President Trump. He is going to be the nominee for president. And so we need to work on bringing all of us together to support our presidential candidate, because we're not just voting for Trump as a person. We're voting for the Second Amendment. We're voting for the veterans. We're voting for the military, secure borders, all of those things. We're not just voting for Trump. So we all need to come together and work towards unity and build the Illinois Republicans to a stronger force.
It seems a lot of the numbers in a lot of the issues Republicans have pulled well in, but the party still seems to be struggling to find a unified message on abortion and women's health. Roe seemed to have a big impact on the midterms 2 years ago. As a female leader in the Republican Party, how do you think the GOP should approach the abortion issue this year?
Now, that's a tougher question. Of course, everyone's entitled to their beliefs on that one. But my personal belief, I'm not going to go into. But I do believe that as Republicans, we can all come to a mutual understanding of it. If you look at our platform, it speaks to that on there. And that's all I would like to say to that one.
That was Tazewell County Republican delegate Diane Jordan speaking with WGLT's Eric Stock. Before we let you go, the Unit 5 School Board meets tonight. On the agenda, a proposal to add more attendance areas for its elementary schools that are running out of space. And that's it for today. I'm Lauren Warnicki. The show is produced by Lou Warner. You can subscribe to the Leadoff on the NPR app or wherever you get your podcasts.